What's up, everybody? This is Bunny and Bumblebee Talks. I'm Bumblebee.
And Bunny, yo, you kind of like fumbled when you
I
said
fumbled a little bit,
when you
but
said you said what was it, Bumblebee? When you
yeah.
fumbled a little bit. How
Yeah.
you fuck up Bumblebee? Fuck. I'm the one that fucking got assaulted by words today and fucking up words.
So for our first topic,
Yeah. Is a promise ring a precursor to an engagement ring?
depends on the relationship, I guess.
Um. I don't even want to say depending on the relationship, because you could have a good relationship where you have the mindset of, oh, I want to marry this person and I'm gonna give them a promise ring to show them that I'm being serious and that I want to marry you and all this other shit and whatever, and like not end up marrying them or getting to that point of even giving them an engagement ring.
Mm-hmm.
And a promise ring could literally just be like, not saying that you aren't serious about the relationship, but you moved my cover on my mic, bro. Not saying that. Why you looking at me like that? Like I was lying.
I'm listening to you talk. Go.
Not saying that giving somebody a promise ring isn't like a serious gesture, because you could take it as a serious gesture, because you're pretty much saying like, hey, I have the intentions of having a future with you, but I don't really think it depends on the relationship, because a relationship could go anyway. Like, you could be in a good relationship where you like, yo, I could see my future with this person, and you could break up tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I don't think it really depends on the relationship. I mean, granted, if you have a shitty relationship, you should be prepared for the relationship to end sooner rather than later. But
Yeah, I think a promise ring is just, someone saying to another person, hey, I promise to be the best version of myself that I can be for the duration of this relationship, whether it be a month or 27 years from now. You know what I mean? I promise to be the best version of myself.
wait, we mean a month? What?
If this
Yeah,
relationship lasts a month or...
Yeah, but like think about it, like, but you're saying, but like most people when they, like, if they make it past the current time of getting a promise ring, right?
Mm-hmm.
Usually that means an engagement ring. So like, what you mean? But because you could still fail after you get in the engagement ring. So what you saying?
I know. I'm just saying it's not about if you make it or not. It's just saying, maybe I promise to do my best. You know what I mean? I promise to be my best. Not promising to that world last forever.
I mean, I'm not promising be my best just because you get a promise ring.
I think that's what it's just trying to. That's what someone's trying to symbolize with the ring.
No, I think some people might give it just to make somebody feel better.
Yeah, but there's people out there that give it with actual meaning behind it.
Like I feel like I don't even know why I still have it, but like I feel like the ring that I got, and it was so weird too, cause like it wasn't even like an engagement ring, and like this whole spiel of like going on your one knee, giving me this whole speech about how you're gonna be a better man and all this other bullshit, and I'm like sitting there like, all right, like I fuck with what you saying, but then I was like this. He went like, cause it was weird, cause he went down on one knee, and I was just like, I wasn't like, oh my god, I'm about to get proposed to. I was just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like literally, that's what I said. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Cause I knew it wasn't like a proposal to like get married and nothing. So I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like fucking retarded.
Mm-hmm.
Like one, you're not giving me an actual engagement ring to be going down on one knee. And two, why are you going down on one knee claiming you're gonna keep a promise that I know good and damn well you're not?
I get that. I get where you're coming from.
Like, you could have just gave me the ring and whatever. I think I wore that ring like one time.
Give it a ring like, here, nigga. Hope you like it.
No, I mean, not like that. I mean, it don't gotta be like that. Like, it could have been like the way with like our ring exchange went. It could have been like that. But like, you didn't have to. My point that I'm trying to make is, don't make it into a grand gesture of like giving a promise ring, knowing that you're not at that level or tier of a guy, right? To be doing that. Like, you're not that guy that's going to keep your promise. You're not that guy that's going to follow through and get the engagement ring and get engaged to a chick. You're that guy, right, that's going to get a bitch pregnant and you're going to have a baby mama. That's the dude you are. And she going to hate your fucking guts. You're going to hate her fucking guts. And you just going to have fucking retarded ass kids out here in the fucking world. That's the type of dude he was. And that's what I kind of put in my head. And I was like, yo, I don't want to be with a nigga that's like baby mama level. Like, I want to be with a nigga that could be like married to somebody level type shit. Like, and he's not that. I mean, does that sound fucked up?
No, it doesn't. You have to know who it is that you're dealing with. It's just like there's chicks in my past that I could say the same thing. They not at least for me. You know what I mean? Because they could be that for somebody else. You know what I mean? That wifey, that. But when they were with me,
fucking psycho.
No. I'm just talking about my experience.
He's
got no hope for the future. But like,
you hear that?
But
no. But he thinks he does though. He felt like he fucking you know how many times he told me
he'll find out that this is the real world soon enough.
No, but you know how many times he told me like, yo, he's such husband material and that I should be treating him better because he's so great. Yeah. And I was like, what?
The things he did wasn't husband material. But what I was saying was, just because I've had girls in my past that I could say I wouldn't have made my wife.
Yeah, but like, yeah, you said there's a possible chance that there could be somebody else that could like get with them and want to marry them. That's not necessarily true. I also believe, right? I believe there are people you could get with that like maybe they're not for you and maybe they're for somebody else that they can get married to. But I also believe, I don't know if you guys agree with it or not, I also believe there are those people who you could get with that they're just meant to be alone. They just shouldn't be with anybody. Like, and if they do get with somebody, I feel very sorry for you. Like, if anybody ever gets with my ex, word of advice, you're going to think about suicide a lot. You're gonna yo, I think I tried to jump out of his car a couple times, like out of like on some death wish shit.
Wow.
You're gonna really like contemplate hurting him as a person. I feel so sad that like somebody gave birth to this, but like he's one of those people that if somebody beats his ass, you will feel grateful that he got his ass beat. Like, he's one of those people, I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, he's one of those people that you just look at and be like, you know what? He did justice to the world. Mm-hmm. Like, that nigga just beat a nigga ass, but you know what? Fuck that nigga. Mm-hmm. Like, and they wouldn't even know what the nigga did, but they'd be like, you know what? Yeah, fuck that nigga. Fuck that bitch ass nigga. You know what I mean? Like, that's the type of person that he is. It's fucked up, but you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I would love to see somebody beat his ass.
Gotta call a spade a spade.
I would love to see somebody beat his ass. And, comment down below if you want to beat his ass. I'll give you all information you need.
Oh, my God.
Just don't associate me with it.
Jesus.
That's how you know somebody is hated.
Yeah, word up.
They put a public announcement on it.
I hope nobody hates me like that.
Yo, I'm telling you, like, it. I feel better for myself that I got out of that situation, just off of the fact that like how much hatred I built in such a short amount of time. Like, I mean, half of the stuff I've said that I would do to that one person, I never thought I'd ever say that to somebody. Or I never thought I would think that about somebody. That's how bad it is. Yeah. But let's get back to this topic. Anything else you want to add to?
No, I think we're good on it. We're good on it. If you're going to give somebody a promise ring, really mean that shit.
Not only that, like, let it have meaning. You know what I mean? Like, let it actually mean that you're giving it to them because you care. Because even if the relationship doesn't work out, give it to them because that's what you want to do, because you genuinely care about them at that level. Like, don't just give it to them just to be like, oh, hey, I gave you a promise ring, I'm cool, I'm I'm being committed and shit, like, to prove something to your friend. No, do it because you want to do it, like, because you fuck with the person that you with. Like, and also, you don't have to do it, because you could fuck with the person you with and not give them a promise ring and be perfectly content and still get engaged and still get married and be happily ever after. I just feel like if you're going to go out that way to add that extra step of a promise ring, just like it should mean something when you get an engagement ring, you should make it mean something when you get a promise ring, because the person is going to hold it dearly, unless they genuinely hate you.
Then if you've given someone who hates you a promise ring, we got something else to talk about.
I mean, I got a promise ring from somebody I hate. I don't know what the fuck to do with it. Anybody want to fucking throw a promise ring and stab somebody in the eye with it?
Oh,
I just envisioned that. Oh, that sounds so lit.
Oh my god.
Getting it.
Moving on to our next topic.
Yo, anybody that's associated with police, I ain't saying none of this. Do you think giving a promise ring is a requirement before giving an engagement ring? So I kind of kept these two topics together, by the way. If you couldn't tell, I know they're two promise ring topics. I kept them together because they were kind of associated with each other, so that way it would make more sense, because we'd already be in the topic of promise rings for anybody that is watching this.
It's funny because I forgot that you did that with this. Your last statement on the other one before kind of answers that question.
Whatever, go with it. Yeah.
You can
I mean,
get married and all that stuff and live a happy life without never giving someone a promise ring.
Yeah, I feel like, okay, this is how I feel about a promise ring. Yeah, I may have answered this particular topic, but that was before I knew I was going to say that, because this was written in the future. Actually, or in the past.
Yeah, a long time ago. Like a couple weeks ago.
No, what do you mean a couple weeks ago? Remember, this was like a while ago. This is podcast 11. This was like a while ago.
Yeah. And she's gotten up to podcast 30 now. So you guys are in for a long ride.
No, so like, I didn't really know what I was going to say when the idea came out. I just kind of came up with the idea, and it was like, okay, this is doable. We could do this. Because I'm just like that creative of a person. Because, like, without me, like, let's be honest, we wouldn't have a podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like,
anyway, and then she gonna give me the thumbs up.
So, like, I don't feel like you need a promise ring to say, like, hey, I'm gonna get engaged or anything. Because I have seen people who, like I said, got a promise ring. If I could say a fucking proper sentence after all the fucking essays I wrote today. I've seen people get a promise ring and not get engaged or get married. But I've also seen people who've gotten engagement rings and never got married either. So, I feel like unless you get to that step of actually physically walking down the aisle and taking the person's last name, you're still in the boat. I mean, granted, like, the only thing that's different when you get married and walk down the aisle is now you have to go through the process of divorce when you leave them. Whereas engagement, you could just be like, yo, I can't do this. Deuces, I'm out. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't fully commit to anything just yet. You said you wanted to, but you didn't get there yet. Just like when you give a promise ring, you're saying you want to, but you didn't quite get there yet. So you can still dip out. And I feel like that's why people take engagements and promise rings so lightly, because it's like, it's not necessarily like 100% the precursor if you're going to get an engagement ring or not. Because you could mess it up before you even get to that point. Like, and that's a you problem and not a me problem. But, like, you could mess that up prior to that. But, like, I feel like the chances of you getting married is still up in the air even when you get an engagement ring, because you just don't know. Like, you won't know until you physically, unless the person, dips out on the day of the wedding
Mm-hmm.
and leaves you at the altar.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do if you got left at the altar?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm be tight.
I'm gonna leave him at the altar.
Oh, word.
I'm gonna stay tuned so you guys go watching.
Mm-hmm. Whatever.
What was your family even say you get left at the altar?
They be like, well, I knew she. Even if they loved you, they gonna make it seem like they knew the whole time that you was gonna do it. I told you. And I'm gonna look at them like, you ain't tell me shit. What do you mean?
Well, they gonna make it seem like they gonna be like, I knew she was a bitch. Fuck her.
Yeah, you don't need her anyway. Well, yeah, last week you was talking about how beautiful of a couple we make, and now it's fuck her. You don't need her anyway. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Let me go mourn this botched
Wait, what was
wedding.
your mom even say?
She gonna tell me there's more fish in the sea.
Oh, she not even gonna give me a chance. Maybe I'll have butterflies in my stomach.
She'll try and get me to see reason. She'll probably want to talk to you. See what happened. If you alright.
But you saying she's telling you gonna be other fish in the sea?
Yeah, I mean, eventually, if it's something that we don't come back together on. I feel like there's other women out there, you're not gonna die. I'll be like, I'm dying though.
I mean,
she left me at the altar.
I mean, but let's be.
She left and took my heart with her.
I mean, I don't disagree with that statement, but let's be honest. Like, let's think about options out here in 20. We talk about 2020.
Yeah.
So think about, like, if we do get to the point of getting married, think about what year that might be, and what the options might be for you in that time frame.
The old man out here trying to look for some young whippersnappers.
Yeah, don't say that. They gonna think you a pedophile. They gonna think you psycho and shit.
Oh God, no.
Oh my God, they ain't say I was a pedophile. Yo, if he ever listened, like, I don't even feel bad. I feel like if he ever listened to this with his psycho ass, he gonna be like, yo, they talking about me. I mean, the good thing about it now is he can't say nothing. He know shit. Let him say something. Be like, who you? I don't know you.
Yep.
I mean, but he can't. The good thing about this now is, even though we are talking about a particular person, but like, I mean, let's be honest. Out of anybody who's listened to the podcast, I mean, he's just a walking joke. It's hard not to make fun of him.
Yeah, and it helps we don't use names.
I mean, but like, I did videos where I didn't use no names, and he was like, yo, you talking about me. Yeah, like, did you ever watch the video where I did like the bad sex video where I was like, don't be that nigga that lay on your back and just open your legs. Which, mind you, like, what dudes does that? Who lays on their backs and open their legs like a bitch to get fucked? But anyway, we're gonna just...
Yo, if y'all see my face.
No, but that's what you do. You take his shirt off, lay back and shit like this, and then like he... No, but like, think about it, like 2 fucking turkey leg thighs, like a mother... like, dark as hell. Like,
like some ham hocks.
Yeah, and he's like back, and then I made a video about it, like, just trying to talk about don't be a lazy lover. And he calls me at work like, yo, I know you talking about me. And in my mind I was like, nah, what you talking, because I ain't used no names. I've always been smart about any video I've ever done. I've never used any names. So even if I was talking about a particular person, I've never used any names. So you can't say like, oh, you're talking about a particular person, you're talking about such and such, because I don't use names, just to save somebody coming at me about talking about them. Now, you might suspect I'm talking about you depending on if you rubbed me the wrong way. I usually only go that route if I really genuinely hate you. If I don't hate you, I'm not doing that. because that's petty and childish. But
Mm-hmm.
like, I got a call like about like talking about it, like, yo, that's mad specific, you know, you going into detail about this, and in my head, right, in the back of my head, I'm like, nah, that's not you. And in my head, I'm like, wait, you calling me about a video I made about being bad at sex because you can't fuck, and then saying this mad detail in it, because I went like into detail, like I broke it down, like detail to detail, what not to do as a man.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you feel that way, maybe you feel like you do that in the bedroom. I don't know, homie. Like, I was kind of like, I swung it like that. Like, that's on you. That's a personal problem. That's a you problem at that point. There's no way in hell I'm going to hear a video, right? Even if I think someone is talking about me in the video, and then be like, yo, I know you're talking about me, without giving away that maybe that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, even if it remotely sounds like me, like they're referring to me, you gotta have confidence in your step, and you gotta have.
Cause he don't got that stroke game.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta have confidence in your
fucking my hip and shit, and I was like,
in your
the
swing,
fuck?
like, you know what I mean?
Who the fuck did go to the hip? Like, the fuck, he wasn't even hitting no Lakers and shit. Nigga, what the fuck you doing? Like, sideways to that dick. God, like, fucking had my hip sore.
I can't, yo. Anyway.
I know, I mean, I'm sorry. Don't date me and get on my bad side. What can I say? So I was actually waiting for this topic, and I'm actually happy that we were able to get to this topic with it still going on today, because I was afraid, but I didn't know I wrote it this soon as far as podcast ideas. So I'm actually really happy I wrote it as soon as I did. It just felt like forever to get to it. How do you feel about wearing a mask?
Wear a mask. Like, it's like very seriously still wear a mask.
I feel like the wearing the mask thing is like bullshit. But hear me out. I'm not gonna like not wear a mask. Like, if I want to go to a store and buy something, I'll wear a mask just to shut you the fuck up so I can get what the fuck I came in the store for.
Yeah.
But if you ask a fucking doctor, right? They talk all this mumbo jumbo bullshit for all you people who don't know. Like, oh my god. Like, but they say it's still not going to help you from getting sick, because they say as soon as the mask get wet, it does nothing for you. You're fucked. So, like, you have to think. So, if somebody sneezes in your general direction, right? When you're wearing a mask, you're fucked after that unless you get another mask. You know what I mean? Like, or you're changing it regularly when it's time to get rid of the mask. So, like, it's not like it's gonna stop you from ever getting sick. And it kills me how people put this in their mind, like, oh, if I wear a mask, I'm good forever. No, the fuck is wrong with you? One, you have to throw out the mask and get a new mask after a certain point in time. After like 8 hours of like wearing just a regular mask, not the reusable, washable one, because you might be able to get away with going through a whole day of work and then coming home and washing it. But like the one that you just throw out and put like, you know, the disposable one on, and then, you know, you have to get another one. Like, give it about like 8 hours of wear, you know, if it doesn't get wet, and then you gotta throw it out. Like, you gotta get a replacement. You can't just like thug that. Like, and I've seen people, and it's so disgusting, I've seen people literally wear a mask and it's like yellow and it's like black, and it's like, when was the last, like, I get it, nobody wants to wear a mask, but if you are going to wear a mask, at least wear a clean one. It defeats the whole purpose if you're gonna wear a dirty one. Like, granted, this whole mask thing is stupid. If someone sneezes in your face and it's meant for you to get sick, you're gonna get sick either way. I hate to break it to you. The mask is not gonna stop you from getting sick. Like, let's be honest. But also, there's no proof that, for all we know, we all could have had the virus and we just been immune this whole time and nobody told us. You never know. But like I said, don't be that asshole that wants to go to a store knowing that stores still have that requirement to wear a mask and not wear a mask. Just wear a mask. Shut the fuck up. Put a mask on, like everybody else is doing it. Until they say, hey, you could go into a store without a mask. I mean, there's still gonna be those psychos that fucking wear a mask even when the government says, hey, you don't have to wear one. I'm gonna be the first one to be like throwing my titties out, like, yeah, I don't gotta wear a mask. Fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, cause fuck that shit. But like, but for the time being, just be respectful of any business that has that requirement, because they don't want to have to shut down because they're not telling their customers.
Yeah, and they don't want to get fined.
Yeah.
For you guys, and you guys that are working, like, I know, I drive trucks all day. I don't wear my mask driving.
Well, nah, you're not supposed to.
Yeah, I'm the only person that's in my truck. I don't have to wear a mask, but I do wear my mask when I go into the receivers. I wear it when I go into my base office and I pick up my paperwork. You know what I mean? I wear it when I stop at a truck stop. I wear it where I know there's going to be other people, and that's what's important. And for you, those of you that are wearing it at work, like, take 10 minutes out of your day. I know it's annoying, but yo, on your breaks, take that shit off.
I mean, you're supposed to. Like, granted,
you
like,
can't just keep breathing in the same oxygen all day.
Yeah, I mean, what I used to do when I had to go through a whole full-fledged shift of having to wear, they tell you not to do this, like, to constantly touch the mask from the outside and stuff. But, like, I used to move it just so I could breathe regular air. Because, like, if you do your research, you're not supposed to be breathing in, just the carbon dioxide that you're breathing out. You're supposed to be breathing in oxygen. So, what, the government isn't telling people is that you're going to end up with, like, respiratory problems later on down the line, because we're all instead of breathing in oxygen like we're supposed to and be like, air, we're breathing in carbon dioxide because we're wearing a mask all day. And think about it. Some people work past 8 hours. So you're talking about people who could be doing like 12, 13, 14 hours of work wearing a mask, and you know what I mean, they're breathing in carbon dioxide for all that time.
Yeah.
And that's not good for your body.
No. Not at all.
But, the government's not going to talk about that until we start getting a massive decline in respiratory problems when it comes to people's breathing and stuff like that. Like, then they're going to talk about maybe we shouldn't wear the mask so much.
Yeah. Yeah, but we'll see about that. We will definitely see.
Yep. Is there anything else you want to add to it?
Nah.
Okay, so have you ever had a job you liked and why?
Yo, I have to honestly say, I think I've liked most of my jobs.
No, but I mean, like, have you ever had a job in particular where you're like, yo, I really like it here, and oh my god, I love it, or whatever the case is. Like, maybe not I love it, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, when I worked in New York, I genuinely enjoyed what I did. I worked with a lot of people on a regular basis. Sometimes 1,000 a day. And it was fun for me, like, dealing with, like, tourists and dealing with like regulars that came all the time, that were just going back and forth to work, and my coworkers were like cool. The management was sus at times, but my overall experience there was good. At the time, I probably complained a lot about it because it was a lot of work, but when I look back, it was probably one of my best jobs that I had. It's where I met most of my friends that I have now.
I don't know. Kind of thing. I feel like the only like legitimate job, like, I mean, that I could say that I've had that I was like, yeah, like, at the time maybe I didn't show it because I didn't know how good I could or couldn't be at it at the time because I was so young when I started it,
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably say modeling because it's so like I just like the idea of just having to be pretty, take a picture, go home, and be like, hey, here's your paycheck. I don't like I hate fucking people. Fucking people suck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they say one thing at a job and then they do another, or, you know what I mean? Or you're waiting and twiddling your thumbs for something when it comes to a job. Modeling is simple. They call you, they say, hey, do you want to do this photo shoot? If you could do the photo shoot, cool. And then they ask for certain requirements. If you meet the requirements, all right, cool, you got the job, you show up, go to such and such in New York. All right, bet, whatever. This is the photo shoot you're doing. Boom. You know what I mean? And then you go from there. The only time you don't actually talk to the people that send you to the job is when you're underage and, you know, they talk to your parents. And then your parents are the ones that agree to you doing, you know, the photo shoot. But when you get to being of age, you know, you have that say-so to be like, yeah, I'm doing that. Like, I want to do that Calvin Klein billboard or whatever the fuck. Like, you know what I mean? I hate to break it to you, anybody that ever has this question, just because you are a model and you do a photo shoot for Calvin Klein, even if you get picked for it, I hate to break it to you, whether you're a big name model or not, unless you're like somebody that like Calvin Klein gives a fuck about, you're not gonna see him. You're gonna only see the photographer, what they tell you to do, and that's it. You're not gonna see Calvin Klein. Not at all. He's not gonna be there.
I'm guessing you was expecting to see him when you was there?
No. I'm just saying, like, there are people who are in the modeling industry that get called for, like, name brands like Calvin Klein, fucking, you know, Fenty, any name brand you could think of that's, like, associated to somebody with, like, a big name. And they're like, yo, I'm gonna meet such and such. What the fuck is the brand for fucking Drake?
OVO?
Yeah. You're not seeing him. You're not gonna see him. Not at all. You're gonna literally, like, and a lot of people have that misconception. Like, when I got into modeling, I knew I was never gonna see anybody that was associated to any clothes I was wearing. I knew that from jump. But there are those people who get into the industry and they're like, yo, I'm gonna meet such and such because they made the club. No, you not. No, you're not. No. Unless you're like somebody like big named like Beyonce, where they would want to go out of their way to maybe meet you. It's not happening. Yeah. You're literally gonna go there and the only person you're gonna see is the photographer, and if the photographer doesn't like what he sees, he's gonna critique you until you get it right so they could do whatever they're trying to do.
Yeah, you're gonna see the photographer, the makeup artist, and the
Well, no. You don't really get a makeup artist until you get to a certain age. If you're still young, they don't do makeup on you right away. I think they don't do makeup on you until you're like, I don't know if they do makeup on, they don't do makeup on you. I think if you do like I think maybe if you do an extra for a movie or something like that. But it also depends on your age bracket. Because there was times I did stuff like I was in front of the camera and I was like fucking like what, like 9-10 years old, and they didn't touch me with makeup at all. So I think it depends on the age of the person and what you're doing, because there are some things that require makeup, but they don't necessarily, that's not their go-to. Like, for example, like if it's a baby model, they're not putting makeup on a baby.
Oh yeah, obviously.
But you know, and a lot of people don't know that. I know that because I did modeling at a young age, and they never touched me with makeup. Maybe when I did an extra for a movie, that movie for the, I can't even remember the name of it. Where the Spanish star from Nickelodeon, where she had her own show. It's like the one we were talking about not too long ago.
Yeah, why the hell I can't remember that name.
Like she did a movie when she was younger before she started Nickelodeon, and I was her extra because I had the same type of curly hair she had at the time when she was young, and like, but like, I don't remember. I can't remember per se at the time because it was so long ago. If they put makeup on me or not, maybe they did. But I was just an extra, so I was just kind of like an extra is pretty much just like kind of like what they did when what's his name, Paul Walker,
Mm-hmm.
passed away from
They had his brother body in for him.
Yeah, they had clips of Paul Walker in the movie, like old clips that they incorporated in the movie, but they used his brother, and like you could tell when they used his brother because you just saw the back of his head and like the back of his body, and he had like similar color hair, and then like that was it. Like, so pretty much the extra is just you get paid really well to be extra, actually.
Do you?
Yeah, because like you're pretty much the extra for that star. Like you don't get paid as much as the star would get paid, but like you get paid like considering like a day pay for you at work. Like think about that, but like double that. Like so you're talking about like like I would say like over a couple $1,000 in one day.
It's not bad.
For one day of work, like, and you could have been but like think about it though. Like a lot of people are like, oh, that's not a lot of money, but like think about it. You're on camera for like maybe 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then you're out of the camera shot, and then they do whatever they do with the movie, and you're getting paid. And we're talking about one day. We're not talking about like the accumulation of like the whole paycheck for the week. Most people don't make that type of money in one day of work.
Mm-mm.
So
I know I don't.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I miss it, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get into... I want to be a Victoria's Secret model. That was my goal. But the problem is, I haven't gotten to that goal because I got to lose a lot of weight. Because they got requirements and shit. Like, a lot of people don't know. I was trying to get back into modeling because I fucking hate people. People suck, you know what I'm saying? People be getting all up in my face and shit. Get the fuck out my face. At least with modeling, you don't have to deal with people so much. You really only have to deal with the photographer and whoever kind of controls your money and whoever is, like, getting you the deals to do your photo shoot. And that's really all I would really need. I would just need someone to be like, hey, you want to do this photo shoot? And then, like, let me know what's going on. Like, but for me, if I wanted to be a Victoria's Secret model, I would have to lose a lot of weight to do that. I mean, that's a goal. I mean, the Victoria's Secret supermodel, yeah, they're skinny, but you know what? They make money. They make money more than some fucking people that are fucking movie stars. So,
Yeah.
I'll be as fucking skinny bitch. Shit. There's one I want to marry. I ain't gonna say her name or nothing. Just in case she ever listens to this. Don't want her to feel no type of way. But you got some sexy blue eyes. And I'm thinking about you. Right now. As I'm saying that.
I can't. I'm supposed to be her man, y'all. This is some bullshit.
Yo, I had an vision of her pussy in that moment. But no, like I have put energy into it and thought about it. The thing is, I just don't want to. I'm kind of like half and half with it. You can comment down below, reach out to me on my social media, let me know what you think and what you would like to see me do. I just don't want to have to lose that much. Like I do have a goal of wanting to lose some type of weight. You know what I mean? Like, because I do have a interest in, I want to get back into trained fighting again. I do miss that. If anything, I really, like, it's like, I feel like a crackhead that hasn't gotten crack in a very long time. And it's really sad for me. And I feel like if I go back to that, when I have those down days, I feel like that would help me out a lot. Because when I had, like, days where I was like, you know, for example, like those days where I was like, yo, I want to kill my ex, which is like every day of the week. You know what I mean? Like I punch, you know, the pad and I'm like, yo, I'm good. So I want to get back to that. I mean, you could kind of vote if you would prefer me like back in the ring fighting. I know, granted, most of you have never seen me fight. my ex will say, "Oh, I can't make a fist and I can't fight," but that was because, bitch, I was holding back and I was being nice. Fuck you and your fat face. But anyway, you didn't hear that from me. I will fuck you up any day of the week. So once again, I did not say that. So let's move on to the next topic.
Yeah, what topic number 4 now?
Nah, we passed number 4 because number 4 was about if you had a job you liked. I'm so sorry to my company, but like I just prefer modeling. I get to be sexy and get paid. So sorry, but Karen's gone wild. So I had made this topic. I'm actually kind of glad that I got to this topic when this topic was still kind of relevant, because I was kind of worried when I wrote this topic down if we were going to be able to get to it in time. And
Karens are still a thing. Can y'all calm down?
What?
Karens.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so, like, I'm actually kind of happy that we were able to get to the mass topic and the Karen topic while it was still relevant. That was I was worried about, so I'm actually kind of glad I wrote it as soon as I did. But, yeah, Karens be wildin'. There was this one, I think I was telling you about it. I don't remember the exact whole full-fledged video, but it was, like, this dude... Don't get me wrong, Travis Scott meal wasn't bad. I was hungry as shit, so like it tasted amazing. So I was like, I'm like a baby. Like if you don't feed me, like I have increments. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm like, I can literally wake up from just being hungry like a baby. I just don't cry. And, like I'll just be like, damn, I'm hungry. But like I'm not gonna cry, which maybe I should start doing that, see what happens.
Yeah, if somebody starts feeding you.
but anyway, like I legitimately like it was this video of this kid, and he was just doing a regular video. He wasn't even like bothering anybody. He wasn't saying nothing like racist, you know, or acting wild, nothing like that. He literally just went to McDonald's to get the Travis Scott meal, which is, it's not the greatest meal in the world, but it's not bad. You know what I mean? Like, if you're hungry, it's gonna hit the spot, but it's not like as big of a hype as people make it seem, but it'll hit the spot. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Kudos to Travis Scott for, like, you know, doing that deal, making that money. But he was just excited to get the meal because I guess he was a big fan of Travis Scott. And it was this white lady that was, you know, equivalent to a fucking Karen. And was just like, you're degenerate. Look how you're dressed. You're this, you're that. And mind you, he didn't do anything to this lady. He didn't say anything disrespectful. He didn't, like, come at her crazy. And I'm just, like, looking like, what?
Yeah.
Like, somebody can't just be excited about getting a McDonald's meal. Maybe he was just, like, really hungry and he's just, like, a big fan of Travis Scott. Or maybe he was trying to have that energy for his video. Why? You're killing his thunder.
Word.
Like,
raining on somebody else's parade. And
then not only that, but, like, damn. It's like my saliva went down the wrong pipe. But, like, not only that, even when she was, like, talking to him very disrespectfully, like, he still was like, what did I do to you? Like, he was still being very nice about it. Me, I would have been like, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, I'm punching you. Like, because she was, like, all up in his face, and, like, she was like, I'ma call the police, and all this other crazy, stupid shit, like, you dress like a bum, and blah, blah, blah. Bitch, who are you to tell somebody they dress like a bum? You look like an old white bitch that got a cracked up fucking face that need to fucking buy some fucking face moisturizer that prevents anti-aging and, like, go to sleep maybe and shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she wasn't even, like, supermodel looking. Like, Betty White looked better than her. And Betty White was, like, older than her. Like, what the fuck? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, come on, bro. Like,
man, I can't wait till we have a setup where you can see us. Because I'm looking at her so intently. And she's animated as shit right now.
No, because,
she's like shoulder moving, hands in the air. Like, she's really vexed right now about this.
No, because, like, shit like that bothered me. Like, granted, I wasn't, like, hyped like that. Like, I'm not, like, a big fan of Travis Scott. Don't get me wrong. I listen to some of his songs. I be having my moments and shit.
Do fire.
You know, not all his songs are like, oh, yeah, you know, like, let me bop my head to it. But, like, you know, he did his thing. You know what I mean? He's not like a horrible artist compared to the artists that are out there. But, you know, if, you know, in the case of that kid, if you're that big of a fan and you're that excited to get the meal, that's how McDonald's is making their money. They're like, yo, this is lit, you know? Because half of the people that went to go get that meal was just off of the fact that Travis Scott's name was on it. Fuck what was in the meal.
Yeah.
They was just like, yo, Travis.
They're that big of fans of Travis Scott. Especially over there in Houston, where he's king.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, like, he's king of Houston. What do you... everybody's ordering. They're ordering everybody.
You almost thought that the Travis Scott meal was...
I thought it was done. Yeah, no. Because I hadn't seen anything about it.
No, but, like, they didn't say it was, like, limited time only or anything. So that's why I was like, wait, ask first. Because I was, like, really tempted. I just kind of wanted to try it just to see what it tastes like. But, like, yeah, she was, like, wilding on him for no reason. She was like, yeah, why your friends recording and this, that, and the third. You're a loser. And mind you, this kid was like half her age. This kid could have been her son.
Yeah, nah, Karen. Fuck out of here.
Like,
why you got that much time on your hands?
Like, and she was like pulling out her phone. Like, if she called the police were gonna do something. The kid didn't do anything to you. He didn't touch you. He didn't like assault you in any way. He didn't like curse you out. There's no camera footage of him like, you know, getting in your face and making you feel uncomfortable.
Telling her he gonna punch her in the face or something.
Yeah, like none of that. He was literally like this. He got his meal from McDonald's, his Travis Scott meal. You know, because she didn't wild out on him until after he was leaving, after he got his meal. And he was like, what did I do to you? I literally just came to McDonald's to get my meal. And me and my friends are just having a good time. And that's all he said. He didn't curse her out. He didn't come at her crazy. Even after all the stuff that she had already said to him about being a loser and all this other stuff. And I'm like, leave the kid alone. You know what I mean? Like, so he's excited about a Travis Scott meal from McDonald's. Like, let the kid live. He didn't do nothing to you. Like, I watched it. I didn't watch, like, the full-fledged video all the way. But, like, from what I saw, the kid didn't do anything. The kid literally just went into McDonald's and he was just hyped about getting the meal, and that was it. He didn't go up to anybody. He literally was just... The only person he talked to that wasn't part of his camera crew was this one chick that was in the McDonald's that was, like, around his age, and he was just, like, super excited about getting the meal. And then that was it. Like, he never talked to the older lady that came at him crazy. Like, he never went up to her. He never said nothing crazy to her. You know, and then there was, like, other videos I saw about the whole Karen thing where, like, where there was this dude, he had a Lamborghini. Yo, you falling asleep in the middle of me talking about a Lamborghini?
Nah, I'm listening.
Yo, you had your eyes closed.
Yeah, though. I had my eyes closed. I wasn't falling asleep, though.
I'm just making sure, though. He admitted on his stream that I watched, that he knew I was watching. He said the last podcast, like, the last podcast, like, yo, I was half asleep. I don't remember saying that. So I got to double check here. Blowing my shit. But anyway, why are you looking at me like that? So this dude, he had a Lamborghini, and it was like another Karen situation. And the Lamborghini, you know, it got a little rev to the engine and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, so you could, like, I don't know if anybody have ever, like, any of you guys have ever heard of Lamborghini. I don't know if you've ever been in one or not. But, like, a Lamborghini, you could, like, not put that much gas to the pedal, and, like, the engine is like, that's just the type of car it is. And he's, like, looking at this lady like, what? Like, the fuck? Like, because she came out of nowhere. She came running to his car, and he rolls down the window, and he's like, what? And she's like, oh, my God, your car is so loud. Why would you have this type of car in this residential neighborhood? Mind you, it's, like, a fucking rich neighborhood. He's looking at this bitch like, what? Like, how you gonna tell me what type of car I'm supposed to get in my fucking town that I live in? Like, the fuck? And she's, like, going back and forth, like, oh, my God, I'm gonna call the police on you. You're not supposed to have a car like that, da-da-da. Like, as if he got, like, a fucking busted-ass Honda and revved it up and shit. You talking about a fucking Lamborghini. And I'm like, yo, this bitch is wildin'. Like, And he's like looking at her, and she's like, yeah, don't turn that car on again because it's so fucking loud and blah blah blah. And he just goes, he's just like, and he wasn't even hitting the gas that hard. He was literally like just slowly inching away, and all you heard was like and it wasn't his fault. It's just that's the type of car it is. And I'm just like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? like he pays wherever he lives at, like in part of that residential complex.
Taxes, his mortgage, whatever the fuck. He can kind of, not saying he can do what he want, but
well, you can't tell somebody they can't have a Lamborghini because they're living in your town.
Yeah, I can afford this a Lamborghini, motherfucker. Can you?
Well, I mean, living in that town, I'm assuming you gotta have money. But all right,
Man.
but to tell somebody that, because like there are certain cars, just like a Lamborghini is as loud as it is. There are certain cars that are just genuinely louder than other cars, but that's just how they're built. And then you have those people who just make the car sound that way, but that's not how the car was built. So you can't do anything about that. You can't tell somebody just because they're living in the same town as you and it happens to be a quiet town, hey, you can't have a Lamborghini because it's loud. If they had the money to buy the Lamborghini, how can you tell somebody they can't have a Lamborghini? Like, if they're not, like, doing anything extra, like, street racing while you're trying to sleep.
Doing donuts in the middle of intersections.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, let them be. Do you have any Karen videos that you watch that?
There was the one with the kids in the skate park. I don't know if you saw that one.
Which one? You gotta go into detail.
There was a bunch of kids at the skate park, and she walked up to them and told them they were not allowed to be there. At the skate park. Skating. On skateboards.
I think I kind of saw like a glimpse of that. Though.
Yeah, and she was telling them all types of weird things, and she kept saying, you're not supposed to be here. Because they were older, and there were younger kids there.
Yeah, but like that's like
they were like teenagers.
But
so
like
that's where teenagers that skateboard
but that's like saying like if Tony Hawk went to a skate park.
Yeah, he's not allowed to be there. He's the greatest. He's the one
like,
who inspired all these little motherfuckers skating right now.
Yeah, like the fuck. And then
he's not allowed to be here.
And Tony Hawk, he's one of those people. If he saw a young kid, and I gotta give him credit, if he saw a young kid trying to learn how to ride a skateboard, and he was at a skate park, and like whether you were a fan of him or not, he would help you with whatever you had to learn as far as skating because he's so good at it because he's been doing it for so fucking long. Like, it's not like he's going there on some like pedophile type shit. Like he's literally would just be going there because he just likes skating that much. The fact that he's skated as long as he has, you got to give him credit.
Yeah. And Tony Hawk's still the GOAT.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've seen like a couple other videos. I'm trying to think of
there was what was the one?
I mean, there was a couple of them that I saw that just like off the fact that like the person was just recording something and then like the Karen person just happened to be like one was like the dude was trying to record like how she was acting crazy. And she was like trying to claim like, she was trying to claim that it was like an accident, and it really wasn't, and like making it seem like the dude was trying to do a hit and run, and he was literally recording her whole dramatic scene before the cop showed up. So like he had evidence that this bitch was just making this up, and she was like being mad extra. And then there was this other one I saw. This dude, he was walking. I forgot what type of dog he had. I can't remember on top of my head, but she kept saying, what the fuck was I telling you? A Doberman?
I saw that one.
Yeah, she was like, oh my God, your Doberman's trying to attack. He's like, it's not a Doberman. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and then another guy came over. He's like, it's not a Doberman.
No, because this is what happened. She's like, she falls on the ground. She grabs her leg, right? I think she had a little dog herself.
She had a small dog.
Yeah, and then the guy, he had like a dog that was just like maybe slightly bigger than the dog she had. It wasn't like, a fucking German Shepherd or anything like that.
Yeah.
And like she's like, oh my God, his Doberman bit my leg, falling on the ground. And this dude comes that just happened to be walking by, minding his business. He goes, that's not a Doberman.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't even pay attention to the fact that she was, like, holding her leg. And then, like, also in another token, the dog wasn't even near her. So how are you saying the dog bit your leg?
Yeah.
Like, how did the dog bite? The dog wasn't even barking. The dog wasn't even, like, looking aggressive. Like, I can't remember what dog it was on top of my head. But, like, the dog wasn't even doing anything to indicate that you were, like, in danger for you to even say that. So I'm, like, looking at this lady, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
The dog is trying to attack me. Oh my God, the dog attacked my dog.
Somebody help.
And then, like, the dude, like, when he was with his dog, like, because his dog was, like, mad confused, and the dude was, like, mad confused. He was like, lady, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
He was like, what are you doing? Like, what? Like, because he was like, I mean, I don't blame him, because, like, I'd be kind of concerned, too, because I'd be like, the last thing I need is for the cops to come and, like, think I did something else, and I really didn't even do anything.
Yeah, facts.
Like, what are you doing?
And now I have to explain to them why they're here.
I mean, luckily for him, he recorded the whole situation, so even if the cops...
And someone else came over.
True. And, so even if somebody, like, called the cops on him, he had a backup to prove, like, I didn't do anything. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Anything else you wanna? You don't got no Karen videos? I went into like 3 Karen.
Yeah,
videos
you
like
took the one that I was thinking of with the dogs. I'm trying to think, there was fuck.
There's a lot of them out there.
The one I was about to say, the lady that almost got into the accident and she had her head in the window, and she was like, quiet down. You never saw that one? And she was like, I need you to apologize for being a stupid little bitch. And she's like, ma'am, I said I'm sorry. Like, I got kids.
Wait, so did she actually hit the person?
No, they almost hit them.
Oh.
And she got out of the car and she walked over to their car. And she was like, no, I need you to apologize for being a bitch. For being a stink-ass bitch. Like,
wait, the Karen was saying that?
The Karen was saying that. And she was like, nah, we apologized. You know what I mean? Trying to go on our way. And she was like, calm down. And I was like, I couldn't be me because I gotta be her ass at that point. You ain't gonna keep calling me no stupid ass bitch, no stink ass bitch. Nah. You gotta catch these hands. Calm down. You calm the fuck down, bitch. You got your head in my window. Get the fuck on out of here.
Yeah, but, like, I noticed that, like, if you look at any of the Karen videos, I can't think of any more on top of my head, but, like, if you look at the Karen videos, they be, like, popping their head in the car window of the person. They don't even know the person.
Yeah, like, they own this motherfucker. Like, bitch, your name ain't on a note.
Like, or they're, like, they'll come in the person's face while they're, like, somewhere, like, out in a store or, like, a fast food place or whatever the case is, and it's, like, how do you feel so comfortable coming up to me in that way when I don't even know you? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't even know you like that for you to be coming up.
You don't know if I got something on me. You don't know if I'm having a bad day. You don't know nothing. You just gonna come into my vicinity with this negative hostility like you not liable to get your ass beat.
No, but you're talking about a white lady that's named Karen.
And we not at Walmart and you cannot get the manager. And this is what's wrong with Karens now. Y'all started off calling for the manager. Y'all better stop testing people in public. Stop testing people in public because we not playing this shit no more. Y'all Karens finna start getting worked in the street. Like,
yo, did you see the video? I mean, it's completely off the topic of, like, the Karen video. But, like, the chick, it was these 2 black chicks. They was fighting. And, the one chick was kind of, like, you know, like the manlier type looking chick, and the other chick was like the chick with like the longer hair, kind of probably like the one that was like a little bit more girly. And like the the chick that was a little bit more manly, they like fighting and they like do. And then the chick that was a little bit more manly takes like a smoke break in the middle of the fight. Like she's holding the chick and the chick is like trying to swing and she's like takes a smoke break and then she puts I couldn't tell if she was smoking a blunt or a cigarette or Black and Mild. Like I was trying to look real quick. And she was like, she literally puts it in her mouth because the chick starts swinging. She's like,
just started beating on her. Oh my god!
And the only thing people could focus on was like, yo, who could take a smoke break while
in the middle fighting? Yeah, you a different breed. You could do that. Totally different breed.
Like I was like, oh my god, I want to be like you.
That's what's gonna happen to some of you Karens if y'all don't calm the fuck down, because I know y'all can't fight.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there are videos of Karens getting beat up.
Probably getting dragged, not even beat up. They getting dragged.
I mean, maybe Karen can fight. You don't know.
Cool. Yeah, she taking those 2-minute online video taekwondo classes.
I don't know. Maybe they could fight. So is there anything else you want to add to this?
Don't be a Karen.
Yeah, don't be a Karen. You know what I mean? Like, and you know,
mind your business.
And really, what a Karen. Before we move on to trivia, being a Karen is literally constitutes to you just being in someone's business and you just blowing someone's day because they're doing something that you don't like, but they're not actually doing anything to harm you or bother you.
Yeah. You
just want to be annoyed by it.
Yeah.
So just let them be. You know what I mean? Like, let them live, let them be them, and go about your day, and that's it. But we're on to trivia.
Oh yeah.
Let's go, homie. Ready?
Yeah, let's get this little itching. All right.
The fuck? What you mean, little itch? You was doing that for like 10 minutes.
Anyway, so, in the wake of the Xbox and PS5 coming out, it kind of inspired me to go back into some gaming questions.
Oh god.
Okay, so what are the Game Boys? Okay, I can't read my own writing. And this is on a notepad.
It's not even writing. It's a fucking in the notepad that you typed it.
What are going to be the games available at the PS5 launch? There are 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 of them. They're PS5 exclusives. We're not talking about all games that are going to...
Sackboy?
That's one of them.
I'm trying to think of games that can't be on Xbox and PlayStation. Fuck. Alright, I'm trying to think. Spider-Man?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna get there, but I was trying to think of all the games that were supposed to be coming out. Because I know Valhalla is on both systems. I know Call of Duty is on both systems.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's easier for me to just think about all the games that are coming out instead of just like trying to narrow down the list. Cyberpunk? No. Cyberpunk is on both systems.
Mm-hmm.
2Ks, both systems. I'm trying to think. So we got Spider-Man, Sackboy.
You need 3 more.
I'm trying to think of all the other games that are coming out. And you said, right, PS5 exclusives, right?
Mm-hmm. You don't know? Okay, so we had Sackboy, Spider-Man, a game called Demon Souls.
I forgot. Why would I know that?
A game called Astro's Playroom. And a game called Godfall.
Those are like 3 games I didn't even know existed.
I didn't know they existed either.
So like that's not even fair. The only two games that other than the games that I know are coming out for both systems, the only 2 games that I physically know that existed was Spider-Man and Sackboy. So fuck those other 3 games. Cause Spider-Man and Sackboy, I will fucking punch somebody in the throat just to get those games. But go ahead.
So this is gonna be a throwback question. In 2010, which game made Game of the Year?
What the fuck? How the fuck would I know? Game of the Year? I don't even know. I don't even think I was paying attention to what could have been Game of the Year at the time. I don't know. I really don't know.
No. We got Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah.
Oh, actually,
the first one.
Actually, I'm not surprised because Red Dead.
It was a really good game.
Yeah.
Fantastic game. So, with the next gens coming out, we like to look at sales and all these different things. So, how many total Xbox Ones have been sold? How many do you think?
Oh, I thought you were about to ask me for like the new Xbox, and I was like, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, no.
Xbox One.
That's including the X and the S, the One X and the One S. That's all, like all of them all together.
Wait, how's that count?
Since the release. So, just how many do you think?
But like, why would that count? Like,
because it's still an Xbox One.
No, but like, if you're talking about like, because I feel like that's a different number. If you're talking about this is my logic of it. I could be wrong. You're talking about from release day to like when people first get it, and then you're talking about when they start coming out with different versions of the system. That's different. That's a different sale. There's still people out there that have it.
But this number is with all 3 of them.
No, but I'm just saying, like, that's a different bracket, though. You know what I'm saying?
They weren't providing the individual numbers when I was looking for the information. I settled for all 3.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's a different bracket. Because when you're talking about the first Xbox One that came out, whatever sales the numbers were, that's different than when they came out with this version of the Xbox One compared to this version of the Xbox One. I'm just saying. Because at that point, people already had the Xbox One. Most people were just upgrading their system and getting the new one.
Still counts as a purchase.
Yeah, but it's a different purchase, though. It's not the same as the...
I get what you're saying.
It's not the same... That's different, though, because it's not the same as the initial purchase of when the system first comes out. Like, oh, this is the new shit. Oh, yeah. They're not the same.
Yeah, I know.
It's still a sale, but it's not the same. I don't fucking know. Like,
did all of that. Just started spitting mad knowledge to go, I don't fucking know. It was 48 points.
Wait, I wanted to give an answer, damn it.
Oh, okay.
But go ahead, you gave it away. Fuck you, though.
I thought you was giving up. My bad. 48.22 million copies. Consoles.
I was gonna at least give an attempt. I just was like, damn, I don't fucking know. Like, whatever. But, like, I'm gonna try. You took that thunder away, but whatever. Go ahead.
All right, well, let's see if you can guess this one. So, with the PS5s coming out, over its lifetime, they're expecting at least 5 years out of the PS5 and the Xbox One Series X. How many estimated copies do you think they're gonna sell over the five years? What's the estimate?
Wait, so you're saying like PS5 is only gonna have 5 years out of it, but they did say that like the PS5 and the Series X is gonna be like the last systems they really come out with.
Yeah, but
like the only thing they're really gonna do is like maybe they make changes to it, but they're not gonna come out with anything else after that.
Probably, maybe we'll see.
No, but that's what they said. They were like, "Yo, when this comes out, like we're not making anything else. Like we're just the only thing we're gonna do is, if anything, we're gonna just make changes to the system. But like this is what you're gonna have, and that's it."
That only makes sense if you can manually take out the parts, though, like a PC. You know what I mean?
What?
if they make changes to it, because then you have to buy an upgraded version of the console.
No, but I'm saying, but like they said, like they weren't gonna come out. There's not gonna be no PS6 or anything. Like,
Yeah.
there's not.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. They're probably saying that now because they don't foresee any technological advances.
Well, no, because they're looking at it like this. The fact that they went the route of like you can have a digital version of it. They're like, the fuck we need to make anything else. Literally, the only thing we need to do is update the software. Because that was their goal. They literally said, we're coming out with these systems so that way you don't have to go to a GameStop anymore. You could literally just get your games digitally and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, once we come out with these systems, literally all you have to do is just do like a software update in your set. So like, they're like, don't, even Sony said it, don't expect the PS6 or anything like that. We're done after this. Enjoy.
Well, okay, so then over the next 5 years, they have an estimated number.
Okay.
They have an estimated number. So how many systems do you think they'll sell? It's definitely larger than the what Xbox One totally sold. So
I don't know, 100 million?
You're close.
Alright, that's all I got.
That's all you got?
Yeah.
They're estimating over 5 years about 120 million.
I was like
20 million short. You were pretty much spot on.
No, because I was thinking like, okay, so because like because everybody knows, no offense to Xbox, but like PlayStation,
Sony sells better.
Yeah, there's no way they're not gonna sell this PS5. Like I'm almost like close to like sucking a dick just to get the PS5. Like I'm like there, but I'm not there yet. Wow, he looking at me like that. I want Sackboy, damn it.
I already told you I was gonna get.
I know, but like.
You play too much. Anyway.
He having a moment. It's alright. I'm gonna hug it out. He be.
Anyway, the final question is: what is the most anticipated game of 2020? Most highly anticipated. The game that everybody's been waiting to come out for.
I got like 3 on my mind. I want to say all 3, but they might not be the answer. So can I just say all 3, and even if I'm wrong, whatever?
Say all 3.
I'm going to say Valhalla, Cyberpunk, and Spider-Man.
You're right.
Which one?
Cyberpunk.
Alright, I knew I was going to have one of them. I knew it was one of them because I knew it was a game I probably...
Valhalla had a lot of votes, but Cyberpunk, I think it's because of how long we've been waiting for Cyberpunk.
I mean,
Cyberpunk,
I pre-ordered it. That's another game I want to. I might punch somebody in the face just to get that game for PS5. By the way, I'm just like keeping you posted on that.
I got you.
But like Cyberpunk, I pre-ordered it for my PS4. So like, and I want that headset. So like, cause I need a headset for my
For your PS4.
Yeah, I don't have one. I have one for my Xbox One. I don't have like a legitimate headset for my PS4, which is kind of disappointing. And I even have a headset for my fucking Switch, which is sad. But I wasn't even keeping tabs on like Cyberpunk, and like when I went to go pre-order it for the PS4, people were like, the people that worked at GameStop was like, yeah, Cyberpunk, this, that, and the third, and whatever. And I'm like, I just was looking at it like, I was just thinking about like Keanu Reeves being in it and like how well they made his character look. And
I think Lucy had told me that she had looked up the trailer for Cyberpunk, and I think the earliest trailer that she saw was like 2007.
Wait, you talking about like? I thought you was talking about the most recent trailer.
No, the earliest one. So you mean to tell me over 13 years, people were waiting? Because I think they announced it in the early 2000s.
But that's the thing.
Think about the early 2000s though. Video gaming wasn't what it is today.
No, but like also in the early 2000s though, like at the time. Even if a game did come out at that time, I didn't really have like my own systems until I was like probably like what's considered the early 2000s.
2001, 2002, 2003, 2004.
Yeah, so like around that time, I didn't have like my own system. So like whatever games I was playing was whatever games my brother had got, and like whatever. And then I was like playing whatever system that was technically his, and then that was it. I didn't really get my own like system until like I was like older. Like, and like I got systems that were relevant at the time, but like it wasn't until I was like older. Like I had played game systems, but like I didn't have like my own where I could just get up, turn it on, not be bothered. This is mine, leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have that for a while. I had to like share it. So games that were coming out at certain times or were like talked about, it kind of makes sense why I would not know that that game was even talked about at that time, because at that time, yeah, I was dreading life about how the school I had to go to and stuff, like, so I didn't really pay attention to games coming out until I had my own own game system that I had to like buy with my own money.
Yeah, that seems to be how it was for a lot of people.
Yeah, like, cause a lot of the game systems I had, like my brother, one of my like my brother got lucky, like the fourth oldest, because like he got gifted from somebody who's like kind of like an aunt to us, the first PlayStation that ever came out. Like as a gift. Like I mean, I'm talking about when it first came out, when everybody wanted it, it was the thing, and like he got it as a birthday gift. So, like, this is when Nintendo 64 was still a thing, but, like, it died out because, like, now we have, hey, here's PlayStation. Like,
yeah.
So,
and Nintendo was like, shit.
Hey, for anybody that is a fan of Nintendo, they are supposed to be coming out with another Switch, by the way. There's no guarantee of what it's supposed to look like. They say it's supposed to look similar to the one that's already been out.
Yeah, I think they're just changing hardware or whatever.
The only thing they're really changing, which I would recommend getting it if you're into gaming to that level, they are going to change it where it's like 4K at least. It's not going to... And Nintendo admitted it, so like I got to give them credit for it. They definitely said it's not going to be equivalent to whatever the Series X and the PS5 is going to be capable of doing as far as gaming goes, but it's going to be better and good enough for anybody that fucks with Nintendo.
Yeah, it's basically going to play all the games that you like, you know, and love, but in 4K. That's really the only major thing that they're upgrading about it.
Yeah, but think about it. But what I like about Nintendo is they come out with a new system and they do whatever they're gonna do, and whatever they sell is whatever they sell. But they've never said, from the time they've ever said I would say probably from the time, because I think the Wii U came out around the time when Xbox One and PS4 came out. Mm-hmm. They never was like, yo, we're gonna outsell Sony and Microsoft, like we're just better. No, they never did that. Mm-hmm. Even though Nintendo has been out the longest, they never did that. They were like, yo, what we sell is what we sell. This is the type of audience we're aiming for. You want this system, get the system. You don't, we're making it pretty affordable, because I gotta give it to Nintendo. It works out for anybody that just wants to say they have a system, because the most you're spending on a Nintendo is like $200-$300. Mm-hmm. That's pretty affordable if you ask me.
Yeah.
PS5 and Xbox are a little bit more pricey, depending on which one you get. I mean, Microsoft is gay for what they did, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But then again, it is Microsoft, so they suck dick for a living. But
oh my god,
I ain't say that. I don't talk about. I'm not homophobic though. But if you want to suck someone's dick in front of me, I'll watch. But anyway, besides what?
I'm so glad we're not monetized yet. Because this would have gotten demonetized a long time ago.
Well, the plus side is it's a podcast, so there's a lot of people who don't get monetized on their videos and podcasts because they said that they have to use certain language to talk about certain things because it's a podcast. It's the whole purpose of a podcast. It's not supposed to be censored.
Yeah, no.
And YouTube got gay ass regulations anyway. So, anyway, so we're gonna end that here. We put in like a decent, crazy amount of time anyway. Like I think we've.
Oh, this is probably the longest one yet.
Yeah. But that was because we went off topic and we were talking about other shit too.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope you guys enjoyed. I definitely was really energetic for this one.
Yeah, real animated. I loved it.
I was trying to keep you awake. Like that's what a podcast is. You gotta be like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like you gotta be into the topic. No, for real. Cause like think about if we had a camera recording us while we were talking. People.
I would probably suggest that we started earlier in the day then.
Well, yeah, but you get what I'm saying? Like people want to see you like. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, especially since they're seeing your face. So if you look like you're drained, they're not going to want to watch it. But anyway, that's beside the point. You don't need to know about the ins and outs of what you're supposed to look like when they see your face in the podcast or if they just hear your voice. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope I made you laugh. I hope I kept you energized. I hope this made your day. Comment down below what system you're getting. PS5, the Series X. What's the other one? Series X and
Series S.
Series S.
And then you've got the Switch. If you're a PC gamer, woo woo.
Or if you're not even 100% a PC gamer, relax. So if
my dream.
So like if you want to get the Switch, I would say the problem with that is there's no guarantee of when it's supposed to come out. But comment down below which system you would prefer. Hey, or even comment like he said if you're trying to build a PC, you know what I mean, and game on PC. I wouldn't recommend it because sometimes when they get games, they get it mad late. But whatever, that's just my opinion. You know, whatever. Or they have to pay more for a game that you could get cheaper on the system.
Facts, because I just spent $5 on Among Us, and all my friends were playing on their phones for free.
Hence my point.
Just so I can stream it, I bought it for PC.
I was supposed to play it, but like I didn't have my Xbox hooked up, so I couldn't play it with him. But I'm working on that, you know, because I do want to play. If anybody, hey, I know this game came out. It came out on my birthday. It's like God knew I love horror and stuff. The Blair Witch game, I have it on my Xbox. If anybody's been playing it, I'm kind of behind. I only got to a certain part in the woods. If you're playing it and, you know, you want to give me any tips on what to do or what not to do or videos on gameplay on it, because I do want to hook up my Xbox to play that again. I know you didn't find that game very interesting, but I was into it. I'm sorry. I pre-ordered it and everything. Came out on my birthday. Killed my thunder when you said you weren't into it. Comment down below. Reach out to me on my social media. And just, like, let me know, because, like, I had fun with it. I mean, it's a slow-playing game, but, you know.
That's all that matters. Is if you having fun with it.
Yeah, I just like the fact that you have to think.
Yeah.
But, with that being said, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Like I always say, reach out to us on our social media or comment down below. Our social media links will be down below. I saw I got one other subscriber. I noticed you guys are starting to comment more on my main channel. I mean, on some old videos. But hey, I'll take it.
Yeah. So definitely sub to her channel.
You know what I'm saying?
Follow me on Twitch.
And then also, you know, I know you see what we post on our podcast, but before we close out, if you have any ideas that you want us to do, comment down below, reach out to us on our social media. And if you have any ideas of stuff you want me to do on my main channel, because I've been kind of just doing video game stuff lately, but like if you have anything that you want to see me do or you want to see my beautiful face again on my channel, because I haven't done that lately, Comment down below, reach out to me on my social media, and definitely let me know what type of video you want me to do. If you want me to do a repeat of a video that I've done and kind of do like a follow-up on something because the video was interesting, let me know. Just look at what videos I have and just let me know. And I think that's about it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
You want to say bye? Like, damn.
Oh, bye.